Your enemies are afraid of you because they know how God comes about you. Look, let me cook. So look, before the Israelites got ready to cross over into the land flowing with milk and honey, right? Joshua had sent out 2 spies to go spy the land and come back and get him information. The 2 spies went over, they got into the house of a prostitute where she had hid them out or whatever, right? And so she hid them in the rooftop. She went to the rooftop to talk to them like, listen, Joshua too, the lady said, before the spies went to sleep, Rahab went to the rooftop and talked to them. She said, I know the Lord has given you this land. She told them, we are all afraid of you. Your enemies are already afraid of you. That's why in Joshua 1, the Lord has said, be strong, be courageous, do not be afraid, because your enemies are already afraid of you because they heard about what God doing about you. So she said, everyone in the land is living in terror, for we have heard how the Lord had made a dry path for you through the Red Sea when you left Egypt. Your enemies already know what God has been doing for you. They are already aware of how God coming about you. You don't need to be afraid of nothing because they are already terrified. They are already living in fear. It says, and we know what you did to Sihon and Og, the 2 Amorite kings east of the Jordan River, whose people you completely destroyed. No wonder our hearts have melted in fear. No one has the courage to fight after hearing such things, for the Lord your God is the supreme God of the heavens above and the earth below. Baby, they have already known how God been coming about you since a long time ago. This ain't nothing new. She said, we have heard about the Lord parting the Red Sea for you. Mind you, they have been in the wilderness for 40 years. So they've been knowing about and hearing about all of this stuff. They already been living in fear. Imagine living in fear for 40 years because you know somebody about to come up against to take what's theirs that you took, and you about to get it back, and they afraid of you coming to your own land. The Lord says, don't be afraid, because your enemies are already in terror because they already heard about what I did for you about 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So they already terrified because they already know how the Lord come about you. Baby, don't be afraid. That's why the Lord said in Joshua 1, be strong, be courageous, do not fear, for I know the Lord will be with you. They know how the Lord come about you. You ain't got to worry about that.